Many years ago, when the Minnesota Railway was still operational, the little engines worked at an old mine that was owned by the Sodor Mining Company. The railway was starting to close when the Second World War brought an upsurge of traffic. But while the locomotives were lovingly maintained as far as possible, both track and goods stock suffered. The mines suffered too. They were stripped almost beyond safety margins and to assist the war effort, and in consequence were closed one by one during 1945. That at Cassia Holland alone remained, but when this was abandoned because of flooding in December 1946, the railway, having no longer any reason for existence, was abandoned too in January 1947. The mine closed and nature overgrew it and all the leftover scrap. Morning comes during the present day. And Sir Topham Hatt and his grandchildren came to Toby's shed.
Come on, Toby, we're all going to the seaside, where we will ride in Henrietta.
Yes, sir, said Toby happily. They came to a small seaside station. Soon the children were playing in the sand, building a splendid castle. Sir Topham Hatt inspected it.
My word, it's a very fine castle. Have you seen a real one like it?
Yes, we have, replied the children. It's here on the island. And they showed him a map.
Interesting.
They met Toby at the harbor.
Come along, we are going exploring.
Soon they were in the wildest part of the island. They stopped by a lonely signal box. Where are you going? Asked the signalman.
We're trying to find an old castle.
I know the place, Ace. There's a small junction not too far down the line. Just switch the points. When the firemen switched the points, their adventure really began. Toby pushed past branches and bushes until they came to another little junction. There they saw two signs that say, "To the castle" and "To the mine."
We'll go to the castle first.
Toby stopped by an old water tower. There's the castle.
Yes, indeed. And now we shall visit the mine.
They turned back to the junction and started heading the direction that leads to the mine. Toby was slightly curious on what it's going to be like, since he never been there before. When they got there, it was completely empty. Sir Topham Hatt was most impressed, but Toby was rather scared. He felt a dark secret about the place, since it had not been operated in so many years. He was glad when it was time to go home.
I think the castle and the mine would make a very fine place for visitors, but it'll take some hard work first.
Yes, sir, said Toby nervously. He was at the mine the next morning. Duck arrived with the crew to clear up all of the vegetation.
What are you so anxious about? I don't see anything odd about this place.
The plans were truly put into action when Thomas arrived. But Toby was still worried. I'm sure that this place is haunted, he thought. What? It's our turn to stay here on guard tonight, Toby. Oh, yes. What? Yes. Why not? Started Toby. Beware of the ghost, Toby, Thomas said. What ghost? Asked Toby. The old warrior ghost. Every night he lights his fire, then goes hunting. Goodbye. He is truly by himself when Thomas and Doc left. Night came. Toby looked anxiously around. Everything seemed rather spooky. Quite suddenly, he heard a strange wheezing sound. It's the ghost, he wailed. What ghost? His driver asked. It's the old warrior. He's come to hunt me down. Don't be so daft. We'll go and investigate. Toby was still feeling uneasy when they returned quite soon. The old warrior wants to meet you, laughed his fireman. Can't it wait till morning? Replied Toby. Ghosts don't work day shifts, said his F's. Toby bravely made his way. Well, bless my belt, he exclaimed. There, in front of him, was a little old engine. This is your ghost, Toby, said the signalman. His name's really Bertram, but we call him the Old Warrior because he's so brave. He was abandoned here after this place closed.
I'm not scary. I've just been here long. How about when morning comes, I'll be restored to working movement?
Hint. And they accepted the deal. The mine was officially reopened and the scrap was clear. The little engines were pleased for it to be operational. I hardly recall ever hearing about this place. Hopefully our trucks will be organized well, Duncan said as he was with Renes and Scarlo. Toby and Bertram are firm friends. They take visitors to the castle and the mine. If there are any ghosts, they certainly help make the place very happy.